This is the weirdest drone I've ever seen, but let me tell you why I absolutely love using it. This is the DJI Flip, and you might be seeing a ton of videos from other creators talking about this new little drone. So if you're here, welcome and thanks for clicking on this video. But like I said, the first time I saw the Flip, I really thought that this was such an odd looking drone and jokingly said that it looked like a collab between DJI and Jisoo Life. And some of our friends were really amazed by the form factor.
What? What do you mean drone? Paano to? Okay. I get it now. So it's folding.
So if you're wondering how this becomes a drone, like the name suggests, everything flips out like this. And then you got a sort of quadcopter that's small and it automatically turns on. And now it's on. Shh. By the way, this drone is less than 250 grams. There, I don't know if you can read it, but it says 249 grams. So again, just shy of 250 grams, which means that you don't have to register this since it's below what's required. But again, let's all be responsible drone owners and fly safely because we don't want to ruin the fun for other people. Honestly, I'm still kind of on the fence about the general design of this, maybe just because it's really just so different from the other drones that we've seen from DJI, but again, it works, it flies properly, which we will talk about later. Now, Leia and I got to use this over the holidays and I am in love with it, and I think it's a fantastic option if you want to graduate from something like the DJI Neo, which we have a full video of as well. It's linked somewhere on screen here. I've been doing this for years. I still don't know where to point. Basta, there's a link somewhere there to check out the video for this. But anyway, the Flip is also a great starter drone if you have more money to spend versus, let's say, the Neo. And just for a bit of a size comparison, this is the DJI Neo and this is the DJI Flip. And here you can really see the size difference between the two when the DJI Flip is, well, unflipped. Now, the main reason why I think this is such a good beginner drone, even though you don't have a ton of experience flying, is because just like the DJI Neo, you have access to things like quick shots. My favorite one is, of course, Follow, which, as the name suggests, tracks you as you walk around, or just like Leia here in this clip, is running from her responsibilities in 2025. I've also seen people on skateboards and bikes use this feature, and as long as you're careful, it can get some really great shots while you're exploring. A friend even jokingly said that you can put a GTA-style UI around the borders of your video because it does look like you're the main character in a third-person video game. By the way, a big shout out to my friends Gabby, Justin, and Mickey for their cameos in this video.
Cameo!
Make sure you follow them, guys, on YouTube and all of their social media because they are amazing creators that you want to follow. Mga idol ko sila. But anyway, let's get back to the DJI Flip. Aside from Follow, you're still getting modes like Circle, Droney, Rocket, and Spotlight on this one. So again, really easy to use if you're just easing yourself into the drone life, but you want something that will grow with you in the long run. By the way, DJI sent us the Flymore Combo for this. So you'll get the Flip, which I showed you earlier. You get 2 extra batteries. You also get the RC2. And this is the first time that I'm actually using a remote control from DJI that has a screen. It's a complete godsend because you don't have to worry about your phone disconnecting or basta, you don't have to worry about cables. You just turn this on, turn the Flip on, and it automatically pairs. And again, you can go further with the RC versus just your smartphone. This is also something that I really like. You have the joysticks right there if my camera will focus. So all in one package. I would misplace these if they were separate. So this is such a good design. I know DJI has done that for a couple of years. But again, I haven't flown a drone in a very, very long time aside from the Neo. So again, having a screen on the remote controller too, and then again, joysticks in one neat little package, that is absolutely a big plus in my book. With a controller, of course, you have more, well, control over the drone and can get really fantastic landscape shots for your content. I am not the best drone operator, but I think these shots look fantastic. And again, Leia and I took this on our last getaway for 2024, and it let us really appreciate the tiny house that we were able to book and the surroundings. It was absolutely what we needed to end the year. As for video quality, I'd say it's very, very similar to the Osmo Pocket 3, so I am very happy with it. And just like the Pocket 3, I will suggest bumping down the exposure compensation if you want to shoot in auto because it does have a tendency to overexpose. Aside from that, you can also record in D-Log-M with the DJI Flip, so you have a flatter picture profile in case you want to color grade for your vlogs. But To be honest, I can't suggest this for more professional work because I have seen the other drones that DJI is offering, and the clips from that are really crisper in terms of professional work. But again, for just vlogs and everything like that, the DJI Flip will definitely do, and again, the footage looks great. As you can see here, just like the Pocket 3, the camera is on a gimbal, so even though it's a little windy outside and you see the drone wobbling a little bit, your footage shouldn't be. To some degree at least. Now, another reason why I can't recommend this for professional work is its ability to handle the wind. While the Flip can definitely go beyond what the Neo can, there were times that I would get warnings on the remote and that footage would get shaky when we took this out. Now, I wouldn't say that the wind was particularly strong. It was kind of gusty, but it was enough for me to land the drone just for safety. So again, if you're on a professional shoot, a planned shoot, you don't want to cancel on your clients and not get the shots that you need. So I think you would be better off if you're doing professional work for, again, getting something beefier from DJI. Now, one addition to the Flip that I absolutely love is having that front sensor compared to the Neo that had just the bottom one. This one has a bottom too for landing, but again, having that front sensor and getting those warnings is just a lot safer for me. Again, I am not the most experienced drone pilot out there, so any help that I can get is definitely very, very much welcome. But again, none on the sides, none on the rear. So if you're using those quick shots or you want to get more adventurous with using the remote control, you do have to watch out. So again, please be careful while you're flying your drone. Now, of course, you still have the bottom sensor for palm landing, and it does it really well, but I do have to warn you guys that compared to something like the Neo that had a bit more protection for your fingers when doing the palm landings, I would advise you to really lay your palm as flat as you can, because you only have these wires to really protect your hands. Now, if you're palm landing, the blades really don't spin that fast, so there's not a ton of risk, but the risk is still there. I would rather that you guys keep it safe, play it safe. Again, this is a better safe than sorry moment. So yeah, just keep that in mind if you're doing palm landings with the DJI Flip. So far, my fingers are fine, Leah's fingers are fine. So again, it really doesn't spin that much anymore when it gets that low. So again, I just want you guys to be careful. Now, before I forget, I have to talk about the battery life. DJI says it'll last about 31 minutes, and I would say that's fair, give or take a couple of minutes depending on flight modes and how much it has to fight against the wind. So should you get the DJI Flip? Now, it shouldn't be coming as a surprise that I would recommend it because I absolutely loved flying this drone, but you do have to take note of the things that I said. I would still very much consider this a beginner drone or maybe a step above that, since you do have the potential to take this out a little further with the remote and have access to those quick shots as well. Now, video quality is on the level of the Osmo Pocket 3, which I think is more suited for vlogs or something a bit more casual versus if you need pro level output. Although I do need to get my hands on some ND filters to see how far I can push the footage on this drone. But then again, you have to consider your budget, because we all have to consider our budget, because the DJI Flip on its own, just the drone, is 20,000 pesos. So if you're okay with just using the presets and using your smartphone to control the drone, then maybe that's okay. But I personally think that you should get the Flymore Combo, because having those extra batteries and the remote control means that this drone can grow with you as you get more experience as a pilot. You can be more adventurous at flying out in larger and farther distances. But again, let's be careful. And that's pretty much it. That's my experience with the new DJI Flip. Again, super loved my time with this one. It's a huge step up from the DJI Neo because of video quality and again, just how far you can push it. It's a drone that can grow with you as you get more experience, like I've been saying in this video. But that's pretty much it for me. Again, let me know what you think about this new drone from DJI. Leave a comment down below. My name is Tito James. Peace, God bless, and I'll see you guys in the next one.